Chapter 17. Piper. I'm pretty sure my eyes don't even blink as Patrick leans toward me. He is going to kiss me. At least, I'm fairly certain that is the expression on his face. And I want him to kiss me, but I'm also thinking of everything that could go wrong. What if I'm a terrible kisser and he hates me after this? What if that was part of why Ian broke up with me? Before I can even act on these questions, a scream reaches my ears and Patrick pulls back. I blink and then follow his gaze. He's searching the playground and already up on his feet when I see his daughter coming toward us. She's holding out her hand and large tears are streaming down her face. "It hurts, Daddy," she manages, through hitching sobs that shake her whole body. "What happened?" His voice changes as he takes her hand. It becomes softer than I've ever heard it, and his touch looks so gentle. "I think it was a bee. I was using a flower as a wand and something stung me." "Oh, that's no fun, but let me look." He peers down at her hand, and I stand up to see better. Sure enough, an angry red circle appears on the side of her palm. "That does look like something stung you. I know you can put aloe on a bee sting, but I didn't bring any with me." He mashes his lips together and then turns to me. "We may have to cut this short." Amelia shakes her head. "I don't want to go home yet, Daddy. I just want it to stop hurting." As she's speaking, I run through my memory for any subject on bee stings. There has to be something we can use to take the pain away. I open my purse and rifle around, and that's when I see it. "Do you mind if I try something?" I ask. Amelia looks up hesitantly at her dad, but when he nods, she holds her hand out to me. The first thing I do is look for the stinger. I know removing it is the first step, but I don't see one there, so it appears it already fell out. Then I open the tube of ointment and smooth some on the sting. "There, how does that feel?" She takes a few breaths and then nods. "Yeah, that's better. It doesn't hurt as much. Thanks, Miss Piper." Before I can say anything else, the girl throws her arms around me. I freeze for a minute, unsure what the right response is, and then I pat her back. "You're welcome. Glad I could help." A moment later, she bounds away, and I feel my heart do an odd, twisting sensation. I watch her for a minute, and when I turn back to Patrick, he's staring at me with an expression I've never seen on his face before. "That was incredible," he says. "Thank you, but what did you put on her?" I shrug. Hydrocortisone cream. I always carry some because occasionally I have eczema flare-ups, and I remembered that it was good for bee stings. I guess research is good for some things. "More than good." He grabs my hand again, and before I can say anything else, he leans forward and brushes his lips against mine. It is so quick that I don't have time to react, which is probably a good thing, as I'm still not sure of my kissing ability. However, even though the touch was brief, my lips are tingling. "Sorry, I just couldn't help myself," he says with a shy smile. "In fact, I'd like to do that again sometime when Amelia isn't around." "You would?" He laughs and squeezes my hand. "Yeah, I would. Now, what do you say we open up this picnic basket and see about some lunch?" I nod, still at a loss for words that he not only kissed me, but told me he wanted to do it again, and join him on the blanket. "Let's see what we have in here," he says, winking at me like a magician about to perform a trick. He opens up the picnic basket and peers inside as if he's surprised by the contents. Then he pulls out a rose and hands it to me. "I wanted to give you more, but I couldn't fit the rest of the bouquet in here." I have no idea if he's serious or kidding, but a warm sensation floods my body all the same at the gesture. Then he pulls out a bottle and my heart stops. "You brought more wine?" He laughs and shakes his head. "No, I learned my lesson last time. This is sparkling cider. All the bubbles, but none of the effects." "Oh, good." He pours us each a glass and I take a tentative sip. The bubbles tickle my nose, but the fruity taste is nice, and it doesn't make my head feel funny like the wine did. Next, he pulls out the meats, cheese, and crackers, and I smile. I don't think I ever mentioned how much I love these three things together, so either he knows me better than I thought, or he has the same tastes as me. Either way, I count this as a good sign. I told Ian about my love for this appetizer once, and he wrinkled his nose at me, explaining that it was too pedestrian and not elevated enough for his palate. When I compare him to Patrick now, I can't believe we dated as long as we did.
"I hope these are okay. I probably should have asked first."
"No, this is great. I love them." I set my drink down and take the plate he hands me. Then I began stacking it with meats, cheese, and crackers. Patrick does the same, and I'm just about to take a bite when Amelia's voice pierces the air again. It's not a cry of pain like last time, but it still surprises me so much that I jump and send my nicely stacked cracker flying through the air. As if that wasn't bad enough, I hear Patrick sucking a breath beside me, and I turn to find that I knocked over my glass when I jumped and sent the liquid all over Patrick's pants. It now looks as if he's had an unfortunate accident. This can't be happening again. What is it with me and drinks around Patrick? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, Patrick. I cringe as I look around for something to help him dry off. He shakes his head and pulls some napkins out of the basket.
"It's fine, but I'm going to need a new wardrobe if this keeps happening every time we go out."
I can't believe I am such a klutz. I mean, not normally, but I guess I am around you.
"Well, to be fair, the first wardrobe disaster had nothing to do with you. The second was my fault for plying you with wine, and this one wasn't really your fault." His gaze shifts to the playground where Amelia is still screaming as she runs from another girl. It was my drink. I feel like I should come with a warning sign or something. Patrick chuckles as he dabs at his pants. "A warning sign, huh? What would it say?"
I don't know. Maybe dangerous with drinks or date at your own risk or something? I look around for my meat and cheese, but it appears I have thrown them clear off the blanket, and I'm not eating them off the ground.
"Date at your own risk. I like that one. Maybe I'll get t-shirts made."
You wouldn't. He smiles.
"No, you're right. I wouldn't. And even if you did come with a warning sign, I'd still date you."
Really? I ask. But before he can answer, Amelia runs over and plops down on the blanket. Her forehead wrinkles in confusion when she notices Patrick's lap. "Daddy, did you pee your pants?"
"No, Em, I didn't. Your yelling scared Piper and she spilled her drink."
Amelia mashes her lips together and shifts her gaze to me. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. We were just having fun."
"Maybe next time you can have fun a little quieter?" Patrick asks.
Amelia nods enthusiastically. "I'll try to remember, Daddy."
"Good."
Patrick opens the basket once again and hands Amelia a sandwich. Then he catches my eye and winks. I don't know why he's okay with putting up with me, but I'm certainly glad he is. As soon as the food is gone, Amelia scampers away again and Patrick turns to me.
"How about that lecture now?"
"You really want to watch it?" He flashes me a patient smile.
"If it's what you enjoy, then I really do."
As I cue up my phone, I can't help but feel that Patrick is too good to be true.